Hey, you're with TheEZGZ. We're out in the yard today, and we got a good test on the desert car. I took it up to the Walden sand dunes here in northern Colorado and pounded the crap out of the car, really put it through its paces. A friend of mine, Wayne, you might remember him from one of my videos last year. He had the yellow Baja bug with the V8 engine in it. And he also has a sand car with a V8 engine. I got some cool video of him and running around the sand dunes, and we were out there and having a grand old time, and we could see these rain clouds. You could just see the rain in the distance across the valley coming our way, and we were thinking, oh, maybe we'll get lucky and it'll go a different direction. But it started raining, coming down, and we were all hauling ass off the sand dunes and going down these little trails to get back to our camps, and I heard something clanging in the back of the car. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was just the whip hanging up there. I have my whip off of it now, but to put it in the trailer. But I got out of the car, and I think I had my camera down in my lap in my jacket, and I think it must have fallen out, and it was raining, and I didn't want to get all wet, and you know, you can imagine. So I get back to camp, and I noticed the camera's gone, so I hauled ass back, found the exact spot that I stopped, because I could see my footprints and tracks, and everybody else was coming off at the same time, so somebody must have spotted it and grabbed it. I would. If I saw something like that, I'd pick it up too. Hopefully maybe they'll see this video and contact me, and I can offer them a reward to get it back to me. That would be very cool. But in the meantime, I thought no sense waiting on a prayer. I went ahead and purchased another camera. Got one of these Sony handy cams like I had before, and I picked up one of these El Cheapos to use on the car. I think that will enhance my videos, and I won't be out so much if that's kind of a thing happens again. A few things happened on the car that I should probably make note of. The coil fell out. This didn't have it tight enough, all this chrome and stuff, and I think I made a comment in one video where it's vibrating. I was going to remount it, but there's these special lugs underneath there, and having the holes in the tin, and everything fits, and it's wired up this way. But it fell completely out, and it shorted out a wire, and the car died, and so it's like, here I am in the middle of the sand, and what am I going to do? So I get an electric box, and they did have some fuses in there, and I took a lower rated fuse and put it in the one that was burned out, and the car started and ran, so I ran it the rest of the day with that, no problem. And you can see we're sand stuck to everything here. I'm still running that stock setup with all the filters and everything. I need to get in here, check all the shocks, nuts and bolts, and axle nuts, and just do a general check over. I have to find a better way of mounting this. Those mounts were old, I guess, and rotten, and they pulled apart. Like I said, I was pounding it pretty hard, so I made a quick, thank God for tie wraps, duct tape, and baling wire, you know. I think tie wraps are the baling wire of our current times. They sure come in handy. I carry a fistful of them with me, and not really too much. The suspension was working. Like I said, I'm using every bit of my travel, so I think I'm going to go down a notch more, even though it does set the angle of the tires a little bit different. It was rough out there. It was wet, and there just wasn't smooth sand to look for, so I was blasting by. But you know, the engine ran great, the transmission did good, brakes worked, all the things that we saw worked. The engine's fairly dry as far as the oil leaks and so forth. I need to check my valves. I need to wash everything down and blow it off and get all the sand off, pull these valve covers off. Everything stayed pretty dry underneath here. I don't know if you can see all of that stuff. Yeah, it was good. I had this axle boot. I need to snug that up a little bit on both sides, and like I told you, that's the one I usually leave loose and tighten up gradually. So I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's going to work. I've got some old ratty paddle tires, and that will help it in the sand considerably. So we're just going to do some maintenance on it and get used to the new cameras and the new situation here, and had a great time. Sorry about missing a little window of time there for the videos, and appreciate everything that you guys do to support me and my channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subbing. TheEZGZ out.